The more weeks pass on, the less chance Carlos Sainz is looking like getting a seat in Mercedes. He is very heavily rumoured still to be going to the likes of Audi, Williams, and of course Alpine as well, who we still think is the most likely destination for him. But he has come out in the media and said that the likelihood of him going to a championship winning race seat in 2025 is small, so i.e. going to Mercedes, McLaren, or Red Bull. Obviously, Ferrari are in that mix too in terms of a team that can fight for the championship, but he's of course leaving them. McLaren already have their drivers set up. Red Bull, he's not going to get in at Red Bull because, you know, as someone called it in our comments, daddy politics between Jos and Carlos Senior, I should say as well. And then of course you've got Mercedes, where it's looking most likely that Kimi Antonelli is going to sign for them for 25. I would be shocked if that is not confirmed through this summer break, especially if he does well in Formula 2 this weekend as well. But let's read out this article, which is on the F1Chronicle.com as well. If you guys want to check it out, please do. Carlos Sainz has admitted the likelihood of securing a championship winning race seat for 2025 is, quote, small. The Spaniard is the ongoing cork in the bottle of Formula 1. Yes, the so-called selfish driver of Formula 1 at the moment, as some people are calling it. Done a video on that as well on the video channels. Given that he is weighing up offers from Audi, Alpine and Williams, whilst holding out the hopes of a Mercedes or Red Bull seat. Red Bull, of course, in case Sergio Perez leaves the team, which has been heavily rumoured in the summer break, but I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with that. But even then, I don't think he's going to get in for the reasons I already laid out. Max Verstappen appears unlikely to leave Red Bull. However, with Kimi Antonelli is edging closer to a Mercedes race seat in 25, with another test lap lined up at Spa-Francorchamps after the Belgian Grand Prix weekend. Former Formula 1 driver David Coulthard thinks that it's a good strategy for Sainz to maybe turn down the midfield teams and instead sit on the sidelines as Ferrari's reserve driver for a couple of years. Oh, David, I like you, man. You know, you were a great Formula 1 driver, very underrated in my opinion. But that opinion is rubbish. It's terrible. And Sainz agrees with me here. Absolutely not, he insisted in Belgium. A sabbatical is not even in my head. I would rather go down to a midfield team and use my skill in the peak of my career to help the midfield team find the right way rather than taking a year off of being a third driver for anybody, which is absolutely fair enough, and I applaud him for that. He has shown that he is extremely skilled in whatever car you put him in. He wins or gets podiums or good points finishes in every car. He was not that far behind Max Verstappen back in 2015 at Toro Rosso. He performed miracles at McLaren. He did done an incredible job at Ferrari, in my opinion. And of course, the only blot on his copybook, really, in my opinion, is his time at Renault when he was resoundingly beaten by Nico Hülkenberg. But at the same time, he didn't do terribly, let's be real here. So, yeah, like I said, he does well in everything, is it? I don't think he did too bad in that Renault. I mean, it's a Renault, let's be real here. It's believed that Alpine is now Sainz's most likely pick, although the arrival of his former Ferrari team boss at Audi, Tio Binotto, may have changed things. And again, I've already done a video on the rumour that, you know, Audi have signed Binotto to kind of woo Sainz and bring him over. But he has denied this, saying that not really. I'm just going to keep myself to myself and take the time to make a decision and analyse all these things that keep changing without giving you too many clues. My best option for next year would be a championship winning car, which has been my number one priority ever since these talks about my future have happened, and the likelihood of that, we all know, is small, but that's always been my target. And if it doesn't happen, I'll choose what's best for my near future for sure. So that kind of gives us some insight to Sainz's decision-making process, really. It seems as though he is waiting for an absolute outright confirmation that he will not drive for Red Bull or Mercedes before accepting anything from Williams, Audi, or anybody else. And I kind of understand that. You've got to hold out hope that you're going to get in those teams, but he himself has admitted that it's a pretty small chance. I think if Kimi Antonelli signs through the summer break, and of course Sergio Perez survives the summer break as well as a Red Bull driver, then I think that'll be it. I think he'll go and sign for somebody. Who's he going to sign for? I think he's going to sign for Audi, to be honest, but Alpine are heavily rumoured as well. But guys, I keep asking this because there's so many stories about it, but where is Sainz going? Is he going to drive for X or is he going to drive for Y or Z? Who's he going to drive for? Which team? Who's your pick? And is it, Sainz doing the right thing with his approach to actually, deciding where he's going to drive? Or is he making a mistake with that? Let us know in the comments below. And of course, check out this article. And if you want to see more videos like this, comment, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff. And we'll see you with a lot more Formula One news very soon.